current legal landscape around AI technologies is divided primarily into two camps. Historically, we've had pro-innovation camp that have focused on allowing flexibility, minimal regulation, and certainty to enable true investment into AI. On the other side, you have the pro-regulatory approach, which involves implementing a very structured regime to ensure that there is consumer trust and therefore consumer adoption in these technologies. More recently, in AI safety summits, I would say that there's been a trend towards the more pro-regulatory approach, which could signal new regimes will come out. So overall, the legal landscape is divided and in a state of flux, which presents a real challenge for businesses. The predominant legal regime that everybody is talking about right now is the EU's AI Act. The EU has taken a risk-based approach, categorising risk based on the potential for harm to EU citizens' rights. The EU has a well-established reputation for producing regulation that other countries often end up following, the so-called Brussels effect. So their position could well indicate the gold standard and where other countries could end up. Traditional legal systems are truly challenged by the nature of AI, being so fast-paced and unpredictable. It's very difficult for lawmakers to keep up with that fast pace of change and to draft wording that is clear enough to be understood and flexible enough to stand the test of time. I think for businesses, it presents both risk and opportunity. Risk in terms of difficulties in decision-making due to uncertainty, and also the cost of AI compliance. On the other hand, there's real opportunity for companies to engage with legislation and become the early movers, showing and demonstrating a responsible approach to AI. There are so many legal challenges arising for businesses wishing to integrate AI technologies. There's a need to think about, for example, intellectual property laws, who owns the output of an AI, and also who own the training data that's trained the AI, and then data protection, and particularly GDPR. And finally, would the use of that particular AI or deployment, would it be caught by the EU AI Act? So how are businesses adapting? Many companies are adopting robust governance frameworks and risk mitigation strategies to ensure their risks are reduced. This involves establishing ways for departments to come together to assess risk. Teams from legal, security, internal technology, and operational resilience all need to focus on the impact of AI together. At Endava, we focused on establishing ethical guidelines to guide our people. We've focused on company-wide training to ensure everybody knows the risks around AI. And finally, we've empowered the AI committee to lead on governance, ensuring that the right strategies are in place. Businesses need to maintain a global watching brief to monitor for emerging changes to proposed regulations. Particularly, the EU AI Act has many areas of ambiguity. We need to see how it's interpreted and how it's enforced by the AI Office to truly understand our compliance obligations. In the UK, the new Labour government has signalled a change in approach towards a more structured regulatory regime. We're yet to see details of what that regime might look like, so something definitely to monitor. Finally, there are many global initiatives, particularly the AI safety summits and also the G7's guiding principles. And these signal potential shifts towards a global consensus. Staying on top of those conversations and those changes and monitoring those trends allows us to see where the course of AI regulation could be heading.